this is going to be a very interesting Q&A, a specific projector success Q&A. And I am a projector, and I have a tonic here. I have cold thirst determination. And my spleen said, now it's time to go live, because I did my hair, I did my makeup, I went and got a new super cozy, what is that? It is kind of a cape, because I'm going to Ibiza on Sunday, and this is perfect for touch cognition, because the more I mutate, the more I align, the more I integrate my design, the more sensitive my skin gets. And actually now when it comes to winter, it's very hard for me to find something that keeps me warm but still is accepted by my spleen and my touch cognition, so that my skin don't get rashes. Actually, I prefer to have as much skin on fresh air as possible. And when it gets colder, that's not really easy, right? So I'm so selective in what I put on my skin, not only skincare, but clothes, that it's really a challenge. It is a challenge, but it is so important, because the cognition supports your authority. It is the sixth sense of your design, so that your authority is informed by the right information, and understanding that helps you make the right decisions. And so I thought about, you know what, I want to go live, because this is so cozy, this is so beautiful, and I want to talk about and answer a couple of your questions, which I have here next to me on my computer. I have selected a couple of them that I'm gonna talk about. I will not respond, because I'm not a responder, I'm not a sacral, I'm a projector, and I guide, and I observe, and I share what I see. And so this is how I answer those questions, because anytime to go deeper into those questions, to really give integrated answers, I have to be in aura with someone, meaning on a call. But there were a couple of interesting questions that I think are very valuable for all of you. So let me know if you're watching live. Say hello in the comments. Drop me your human design. A lot of you are new to my world. Some familiar faces I see here, not only projectors, which I'm very happy to see a happy sacral here. Hello, hello. So I'm a splenic projector with a defined heart, currently in Germany, and on Sunday I'm back in Ibiza, which is always very activating, very transformational. And I am feeling better now. I was sick for about 2 weeks. Definitely mutation happening, processing all the changes and the integration of source material that I'm studying, the work that I do on my projector integration, and the changes that are happening in my fractal, in my environment, in my business. A lot of things are shifting and arranging, which is very exciting and a lot to integrate. And so the physical body always processes, especially the emotional center, and the spleen, through fever, sickness, which is totally normal. Some people say it's ascension symptoms. Some people out of the human design community, we know it is mutation. A mutation happens through source material and through working with integrated mentors who are living their design. It is then the aura to aura mutation that happens. And mutation is always bringing you back to your homeostasis, to your true energetic set point. So the more we then live our design, the more the not self patterns have to go. And that that the cells transform on a physical level, which is really, really interesting. We literally change, especially at 6 lines. Like there's always a personality aspect. The mutation actually in 6 lines is the strongest and the biggest because we have these 3 phases in our lives. Now I'm getting warm and hot. Like, we have these 3 phases of our lives, and we are the only profile lines who are on a personal but also cellular genetic level transforming, evolving, and changing. And it is quite normal that we then also look differently. We are becoming different people. And I notice that even within myself, that now my energy, I'm speaking slower, I am very intentional and selective where I put my attention, which is the biggest gift of a projector. And there is 0 interest in chasing attention, gaining attention. I am selling attention. This is why my clients come to me, so that I have my eyes on their chart and their business. And a lot of my clients feel a shift while working with me, because the fractal, the mutation also happens just by being in someone's energy and receiving a more higher frequency of someone. So this is the aura to aura change shift that happens when we are really working with design. What do you mean with source material? Source material is recorded material about human design from Ra, spoken from Ra Uru, in like personally. So that is what we call source material. Yes. I am curious, who is a projector here live? This is a projector Q&A. I did a poll on my stories, and I will pull up some questions that I want to talk about. I also refer most likely to the upcoming projector intensive program that I will officially launch next week from Ibiza. If you're a projector and if you're interested in knowing the information first, you can get your name on the wait list. The link is in my bio. And just by having your name on the wait list is no obligation to join or purchase the program. However, if you're drawn to my work and you want to learn to become a successful projector, especially around positioning yourself, marketing yourself, creating visibility, attracting clients, we focus on creating recognition, attracting the right invitations, and we go into the channels and your system. We will create your system and your offers and your business model based on your design. If you want information first to then decide with your authority if this is correct for you, then get your name on the wait list. I will announce everything for all the people on the wait list first and then to the public. So there are limited spots of 10 projectors, and there are limited seats for VIP upgrades to add certain one-on-one time with me. So I highly recommend, if you feel drawn to my work, get your name on the list. The link is in my bio, and you will receive the information first. I see some projectors here. Splenic projector, 4-2 profile. You mean a 2-4 profile. There is no 4-2 profile. I guess you mean a 2-4. Or are you a 4-6? Emotional projector. Amazing. All right. So the very first question goes right into the reason why I created this program. So there's a difference between knowing your design, knowing that you are a projector, and living it. 99% on this platform are not correct projectors. And even though you may make money, it is not money that comes through you living, embodying, being a projector. It's usually being a conditioned generator and / conditioned manifester. This coaching industry teaches, supports, celebrates everything that is not designed for a projector. And all the businesses that are built in that way are actually defined by external success. Money, visibility, follower, engagement, everything that is responding. So the coaching industry is a mind model and not a design model, and it is all built on responding. The same with this app, it is external validation, and people get on these apps to respond to something. But when we go into the new cycle after 2027, all these businesses won't last. The cross of planning is crumbling, and we can already feel it, that a lot of projectors come to me and say, I have created success, I want more success, however, something doesn't feel right anymore. My body, which is the form principle in human design, is not on board anymore. I feel a strong resistance to continue doing what I have been doing so far, what I have been learning from other mentors and coaches, what I see in this industry. There's a strong resistance. Does this resonate with you? Because we want to make more money, more impact, have at the same time more freedom, more spaciousness, super important for a projector, more spaciousness in your calendar, more free time to do what you want, to go in your energy flow, to not be tied to your computer all the time. And this is actually no one, I do not see any successful projector in this industry truly creating success in their design. There is still not self conditioned behavior that is still part of there, because it is what this industry is supporting. So what the industry is supporting is a homogenized model of everybody is doing the same, everybody is marketing the same, everybody is using the same colors, fonts, branding, everybody is creating the same program structures, master classes, programs, everybody is selling in that same way. And the energy, especially for projectors, is highly toxic. And as Anne says, you speak my biggest dream right now. Yes, I've been there, and I have changed my business model into my design, and I had to do my own work, my own deconditioning work around, oh my God, what if I slow down in terms of not chasing the next launch and the next offer and the next program? Where will then my money come from? But the thing is that when we understand that no one in this industry models our way of doing business, so I had to sit down and create it for me. I have a ego defined, I have desire, motivation, I'm a 6-line role model, and I know where I want my business to be. I'm a projector, I'm a gate 41. Hi Sarah. Gate 41, I want a new experience for myself and my business and for my clients. And so I created it. And there, while the industry is talking about scaling your offers, getting more people into your programs, it is actually highly toxic for a projector, because projectors are not meant to we are meant to work one-on-one with people. We're here to guide. people pay us for our attention, our perspective, our guidance. They pay us for what we see, not what we do. So if this industry is saying, okay, share and teach them what you do and how you created the results and how you hit your 10K, 50K and all that, this is working against the projector energy, and you will run in a dead end, meaning an income cap and an energetic cap to scale your business and actually to have a healthy, sustainable, long-term business beyond 2027, because the energy will get even more alert. We will go, when the wheel turns 2027, into a state of survival mode. There is nothing that the generators have to respond to. And all projectors have to be able to guide. People don't know what to respond to, and they are looking for guidance. And if you're not a correct projector, meaning following your strategy and authority, fully surrendering to your authority, and have your business model in your design, which is the quantum business model, the 2027. This is what I've created for myself, and this is what we do in the projector program, the projector activation, because I want more projector to be truly successful, independent from this industry, to stand out and to be the noticed leaders and guides for everyone else when this whole thing collapses. And we need some time to prepare that, because the mind will kick in and will tell you it's not working. I tell you it will work. The industry will not support when I tell you will work best high ticket one-on-one, high ticket smaller containers, and different supporting income streams that we can define for each of the projectors' design. It looks different for each of you, and this is what we do in the projector program and the intensive. Then if you're not having that set up, you will always chase something that will never be working for you. But there is no model in this industry that you can look up to unless it is a projector. And this is one question that I had here. Why is it important to get a projector coach as a projector? So this question comes from a projector, and this projector is also claiming to have a human design certification. So the thing with human design certification, it is very often very universalized, generative, very general information, and not source-based. And there's a huge difference. I experienced that myself. And so everyone who mentors a projector, if you are a projector, let's say it this way, if you are a projector and you have a mentor who is not a projector, they will never ever can teach you to be a correct projector and to see the other. Because only when you can see the other and learn how to guide the other, you can be a successful projector, because you're getting paid for what you see and to guide, nothing else. You're not a builder. You are not paid for building that 10K or that business. This is all yours to be supported in what you do. And it is actually irrelevant. People don't care about what you did and the success you made and what got you here. People are interested in how you guide them, what you see for them. So even the marketing and the messaging is completely off for most projectors. So I will not answer any questions here on the live stream. I had put up the poll on my Insta stories. So I will pull up these questions and answer them, but I will do another Q&A for sure the next days. So I would be so happy to answer your question. Just follow my Insta stories and I will put up another poll, or say when I go live and do a Q&A, okay? Yes, absolutely, Brittany. Projectors have to market differently than generators. So for what is important is that only a projector understands what it means to be a projector when they are correct, when they are out of their not self. When I also and it is different for each of your designs. So you asked the question about what that means for your authority, self-projected authority. And yes, it looks different for each of your definition. That's why I changed my entire business model, because I am the mentor for projectors, for successful projectors, to create businesses in your design, marketing, and selling in particular, because I have the channel of surrender. And it looks differently. Even launching, your entire launch as a self-projected projector looks different than a splenic projector, than an emotional projector. If you have a generator, manifesting generator as a mentor, they will never see you, who you truly are, and your gifts. This can only do a projector. And they cannot teach you to guide correctly, because the aura of us is penetrating and absorbing, and no generator who are all more teaching you to respond will ever understand this and teach you this. It can only be a projector. End of story. That's it. It does not work differently. You will always run into a point where you ask, yeah, why does it not truly work for me? It still doesn't feel good. I don't see myself fully. Ever had the thought? You see others so deeply, so why can't you see yourself? And why can't any other coach tell you really what your gifts are? As a projector, we are the only ones who, our aura holds onto the magnetic monopole of the other and guide them. We are designed to be conditioned, to take on conditioning. What that means and how to guide clients in a way that you don't exhaust and don't give your precious energy away, and also don't take on unhealthy conditioning so that you don't get sick. Every projector tells me that I work with that you have attracted clients that are not fully enjoyable to guide. So I always say, would you lick the face of your client? Would you make out with them? Because this is how your aura works. You take them in. You absorb them. You lick their face. And if it's a no, and you're doing it for the money, this is not success. And there will always be some bitterness. So, yes, it is important that a projector has a projector coach. If you truly want to become a correct projector and have success in a way that feels good, and there is no bitterness and no thought of, why am I still not seen? Why don't they see me? Maybe you are seen, maybe you create visibility, but the recognition is missing. So there's a difference. Do you know the difference between being seen and being recognized? Do you know what a true invitation is as a projector? Also, thank you, Brittany. You're so sweet. I'm slowly getting healthy again. I was sick for 2 weeks. But I'm going back to Ibiza on Sunday, so I'm very happy to be back where Source got received, and that's very healing. You can tell the level of your success by the level of your bitterness. And if you want to make more money, but there's still some bitterness coming up about the how, there's something off. And most likely because you don't know yourself well enough. Or if you're still looking outside into this industry and comparing yourself with others, it's always a sign for me that you're not truly living your design and understanding your design and knowing yourself in your design so well. Because when you do, there is no reason to compare anymore. Because you're so focused on bringing that into your business. And this is what we will look at in the intensive. It is a 6-week intensive that we work together, because a projector has to be recognized for your channels, and you express your work and your system. Do you have your system? Do you know your system as a projector? Through those channels, through your profile, through your aura. It is kind of a pyramid. There's your system in the background. There are your definition, your centers and your channels. There's your profile, and then there's your aura type. And everything has to be correct and aligned, and then translated into your offers, into your marketing, into your positioning, into your selling and launching. And this is my channel of surrender, is the transmitter, and we bring that, and my third eye strategizes for you, for your design, for your business in the Projector Intensive. As I said, the link to join the waitlist, to be first to know the information, is in my bio. You can put your name on the list. There's no obligation to join, but you are first to receive the invitation for one of the 10 seats. So how does visibility work for manifestors? That's a great question, but I'm not answering that today, because this is a Projector Success Q&A, and I have pulled up the questions on my stories. But I will do a human design Q&A next week for all types from Ibiza. Actually, I will do a on-air show where you can come on air here with me. So follow me on my stories to get the details. If you want coaching from me, if you want live hot seat coaching, then you come on air with me. It's always so fun. I love these sessions, and we do that next week. So stay tuned on my stories for the details on there. Another question that actually my client, I learned from source material, and my mentors. Because there is no certification that will actually certify you. It is a lived experience and source material that mutates you. And you have to have the experience of it. And learning from a projector. Biggest difference. Big shift. One of my clients, she's a projector, splenic projector 6'2", and she messaged me before this live stream, and she asked, how do I handle DMs? I have so many people in my DMs who are chatting and who are responding to my stories and who want to chat with me and share their experience. And I said, we do not respond. Projectors are not responders. So even if you're a fourth line, or even if you think you have to connect with your audience, and you know what the marketing, what the coaching industry is telling you, that you have to, even creating a community is not in alignment with a projector, and it's also outdated because communities will disappear after 2027. So I don't respond. I share recognition. This is what projectors are here. We're here to recognize and to be recognized. I double tap. I give some emoji. I answer a question if it's offer related. Yes, absolutely. I answer questions if it is related to working with me to receive my guidance. Absolutely. But anything else? No. So, and then the other thing is, how does a projector, how do I get noticed to get new clients? This is exactly a question that I hear a lot. Like a lot of these questions that I received is around visibility and being seen. And that is actually the biggest piece of a projector. We're here to recognize and to be recognized. And even a question about, how do I identify and share my genius as a projector 2-5? So all these questions are around being seen, and that is actually the not self of a projector. This feeling of I'm not seen, nobody sees me as deeply as I see the other. And a projector, if you feel bitter, if you feel not really seen, it's because they don't recognize you. They don't recognize you for your channels. They don't recognize you for your system. They don't recognize you for your ability to guide and see them deeply. They don't recognize you for who you truly are. Like really beyond the projection field that every projector has, but all in particular line 5s and line 2s. As a side note, I will create a masterclass, a multiple day masterclass on line 2s and line 5s because of the projection field, because of the genius, the natural behind it. I'm a line 2, and I know this double or triple projection field is not easy to handle, especially when we bring it into a brand, when we work with social media, when we work with clients and leading clients. So that will come in November. But all these questions around attention, visibility, is actually that most projectors who are not projectors, you maybe know you are a projector by design, but you are not showing up as one, you are not living like one, is this effort to be seen. The effort of this good girl in you to get external validation. This trying to finally know who am I really when they don't even see me really. And that's the thing. A projector can never see themselves. So when you ask, what is my genius? How do I really understand my line 2? Or how do I really know what my biggest gifts are? A projector will never see themselves, because this is how our aura works. Does it feel hard for you to see yourself? Yes, it's normal. And that's why I say it is important to have a projector as a mentor, because projectors will only see and learn about themselves through the other. Either when you guide, that's why it's important that you learn how to see correctly so that you learn something about yourself, or you have a mentor who sees you and can reflect that back to you and project that back to you. Otherwise, you will always stay in a certain bitterness, and then the effort of creating visibility, of gaining attention, of having their eyes finally on you and seeing you and giving you a little bit of attention that you were seeking your entire life because daddy was never there and didn't love you and didn't give you the attention. I've been there. And I have been working through my not self as well. But the thing is that sacrals, generators, and manifesting generators are here to get to know themselves. They have to make it about them. A projector is here to know the other, not yourself. So the focus needs to shift. And the focus also needs to go away from how can I get seen by my clients to attracting them by actually not paying attention. And so we will go in the Projector Intensive through the entire mechanics of how the aura works when we unplug from another person, even if it's social media. You have to unplug from their magnetic monopole and stop penetrating them without invitation. It's repelling. It's actually pushing them away. So what most projectors who are conditioned to be generators on this platform are taught by mostly generators and manifesting generators is penetrating and pushing actually your clients away instead of attracting them by caring less and taking your eyes away and focusing on your system and living your life and finally resting and having more spaciousness. It's very, very different. So when you don't pay so much attention, whether they are looking or not, the energy shifts. They should pay you for your attention. But if you're out there and looking who's looking, and how do I get clients, and what shall I do to be more seen, nobody's interested in that. Because you give your attention for free. A projector has to be hard to get. And not giving your guidance for free in most of your posts and in most of your live streams. Guidance only comes with a compensation. And an invitation for a projector, a correct invitation for a projector, is always tied to a transaction. Otherwise, it's not an invitation. So also we will look at what is actually a correct invitation. How do we create offers from an invitation? Because most projectors out there that I notice are initiating your offers. And the reason why they don't sell is not because you don't understand your profile or you don't understand your definition. You don't understand what I had here. How do I use my root center, or how do I use my profile, my 4-6 network to sell more? The question is more about what are you actually trying to sell? Because if that is not based on your system and your channels, it won't sell. You're just trying to initiate, hey, I have this here to sell, like a manifester. And that's not working. It's not working. So we will talk about all these topics of visibility which is actually not relevant. Visibility for a projector is not relevant. It's about recognition. We will talk about the correct invitation, how to attract them, even how to set boundaries and communicate your standards as a projector, what is required to receive and accept an invitation. Because just because they can pay you doesn't mean that you will work with them. But how many projectors are courageous enough to reject a client? How often do you fear to not hit your income goal if you say no to a client? When was the last time you said no to a client and left money on the table? For me, to take my attention away from me living my life and having spaciousness in my calendar and free time and focusing on the most incredible clients that I already have and studying source material, it takes a lot to receive my attention, that I actually just turn and look. So the standards that I now hold are way, way higher than before I knew what it really takes to be a correct projector. And I was still very much manipulated and conditioned by this industry. And this is what I teach all my projector clients. And suddenly so much shifts in their energy, and there's a leaned back, very mature energy, and not of this scattered energy. How can I be seen? How can I be seen? How can I be louder and blasting with the throat center all over the internet? Not necessary. We are not energy types. And so even my energy changed, and I still am potent. I still have the ginger fire, and I'm still fired up, but not all the time. Because I also noticed that a lot of the ones who have followed me were following me because of that, to get their daily ginger fix, to feed on my energy. And I just stopped that. This is not what a projector does. And it is also not in integrity with design, because if someone comes onto my account to get their daily motivation or inspiration, then something is off in their design. If you're not motivated, and if you're actually, do you know your motivation in design? Do you know which motivation you have? What is your driver in your chart? Your sun gate and your motivation from your variables? If not, this is what we got to figure out, because then you don't have to look at anyone else. Yeah, fear. Fear motivation. So much fear motivation. So if fear is your motivation and you are stagnant and not moving with the fear, but sitting in the fear, haven't understand it yet. If you're overthinking your form principle, and your body pulls you into a situation, and your authority tells you, oh, this is what I want, whether it's an offer or working with someone, and you're sitting there, you're not a projector. You're not living your design. You have to surrender to your authority. And the fear is here to bring transformation, to evolve, to elevate something. And guilt motivation is here to do better. Again, it's all progress. I have desire motivation. It's leadership energy, and it is highly mutative as well. So just by being in an aura of someone who is correct and who is in their design, you will live your design naturally more, because you get out of your head and you feel more safe and more stable. And this is the beauty, that it does not work by just knowing and reading about your design. Only the mutation back to your true design and who you truly are only happens through aura to aura impact. And then that's the number one success plan, and that actually works for myself and for my clients, is just to learn to be yourself. But that requires radical responsibility and radical ownership over your life and your business. It sounds simple, but it's not, because you're facing other auras. Setting your intentions, setting your standards, wanting to have tighter boundaries, wanting to live your design is great. But when you're in other auras, how much can you hold that and still follow through and still surrender to your authority and say no way more often to the people who expect you to be different? And then in your business, doing it completely differently. How do you handle the mind chatter and the mind programming and the mind control? This is the work that we got to do. You know actually who you are deep inside. It's just that there is so much conditioning and programming to not be it. And when this breaks away, and when you find yourself in the correct environment, when you start eating based on your design, when you say no to unaligned clients, all that shifts the fractal, and then you attract the right people automatically in your life. But the mind is so strong, so we need to get you into the passenger seat and really connect to your body and what it means to surrender to your authority. And when you are with someone who you feel safe doing it because you see them doing it, it's a new normal. And this is when mutation happens. And then the success comes from inside and is not defined by any algorithm, any monthly income goal, or any mentor, coach you see out there crushing it and you try to compete with them. Because then you know yourself so well that competing doesn't make sense at all. And all what you do is you stay in your lane and you do your thing. And people will feel that, because then you're not looking for their attention. They actually suddenly turn their heads. Because you're different. You just live your design. And everything else will take care of itself. We go deep into each of these aspects, what I was talking about in the Projector Intensive. The wait list to get your name on it, to be first to get the invitation and the information about the details and the pricing and all that you need to know so that your authority can make a decision, is in my bio. The link is there. Next week the information will announce, and we will start on November 11th. There's a reason why I have a longer launch, because I'm not chasing any adrenaline and dopamine hits of my spleen anymore to get people activated and motivated and me trying to get them in. You decide. You are a smart, mature business owner and person and projector, and if it's correct for you, if you know it's time to become a successful projector, then your authority will tell you that. So I feel complete. My throat feels complete. My spleen feels complete. It was a success for me. It felt successful. I will announce the next Q&A on my stories. The on-air show from Ibiza will happen next week. Follow me along on my stories if you want to see the behind the scenes. Other than that, I wish you a beautiful rest of your day. Bye.